I'm going back to vlogging again, or whatever this is. I also am switching back to my old phone. Old phone, because my new phone, there's something wrong with the camera, and so, like, there's, like, horrible static, in the camera, in the microphone, at least. So, this is how I'm gonna do my vlogs from now on. I'm just gonna use my old phone to record them. Well, to record any video, actually, because my phone cannot record video, or else it has a horrible static anytime I, like, use video on my phone to record something. Not when I play videos, the sound is fine then, but when I, like, record video or, like, anything, the sound gets super muffled and there's a horrible static sound coming from it, and I don't know why. And I noticed if I use AR stickers, something in the software just it plays audio fine there. I don't know why, but that's just that. And so, I'm gonna talk about, you know what I'm gonna talk about. Also, I hate this thing in my glasses. Whatever, deal with it. I'm tired, so yeah. So today, okay, always at the end of the day, I don't know why, for whatever reason, like, we, like, disconnect from each other. I think because he's busy, and when he's busy, he gets really angry. Okay, so two things I want to talk about. So the first one, I think he mentioned something about, sorry. So our manager wasn't here today because he was sick, and he was at home all day. And, like, even when I called him up, he sounded pretty, like, dead. He didn't sound very, like, happy. He's usually a happy and perky person, if that's a way to describe him. But, like, yeah, he's pretty, like, positive person, but today he just sounded, like, pretty, like, out of it, and, you can tell that he was not himself today. Anyways, beside the point, what I wanted to say was that, so my coworker usually gets angry all the time, like, towards the end of the day. I don't know why. I think it's because he gets, like, super stressed, and when he's super stressed, he gets really angry. So, at the end of the day, he was, towards the afternoon, he was like, I kind of miss my manager, I'm just gonna say, I kind of miss Anthony, that's our manager's name. I kind of miss him, and I was like, oh. And then he said, like, he has a very calming personality. And then the coworker I'm talking about, he was like, he has a very, like, he gets very angry and stressed all the time. He gets very angry when he's stressed, and he has a very angry tone. And then I was like, yeah, it kind of balances out with your personality. And he's like, he got so offended by that, but I think he doesn't mind because he knows I offend him and he offends me, and we're okay with that. We taunt each other all the time, we fire each other, we give pandas, that's what we do. So, we kind of, like, just bicker back and forth, it's what we do, it's normal. So, he was like, I don't know what he said, but he was, like, really, like, jokingly angry at me, and I was like, whatever. Angry with me, you can't be angry at me, because technically speaking, angry at something is like you're angry at your dog, you're angry at, like, something other than a person, other than grammar class that I did not learn from school, because they don't really teach grammar in school, which I don't get, really. Yeah. Anyways, that, and then that was, like, the first, like, thing I was gonna talk about. The second thing I was gonna talk about was, like, so he and I message each other on Link/Skype for Business every day, almost. Yeah, literally every day that they were there. So at the end of the day, he was, like, super tired, and he always, like, when he's, like, super stressed and tired, he's like, I need a drink. And I was like, and like, I didn't really say anything, because, what do you reply to that? What do you say to yeah? Okay, have fun? I don't know. Anyways, so he was almost leaving, and he was like, I don't know about you. And the first thing that popped into my head was, I'm feeling 22. I don't know about you. But that is the first thing that pops in my head when someone says, I don't know about you, because I kind of do, because I'm 23. And then I messaged him that back, but he said, I don't know about you, but once 4:30 comes around, I'm getting out of here. And then he wrote that before I typed, but you're feeling 22 question mark, and then he replied, oh, you're such a dork. And I'm like, oh, that kind of made me feel a little bit like little something inside. That made me feel a little nice. And then I think I said, so what, or so be it, or something like that. And then I don't know what he said after that, but I just felt really good because I felt like the entire. So you know that one coworker that I keep mentioning, yeah, him. So like tomorrow's the 31st, and the 31st of October is also Halloween, and like apparently we're having like a contest in our like internal like in between in our like branches and like other departments and whatnot. But that's beside the point. But so I asked him a few days ago, if he liked jelly beans, and he was like, sort of, because I can't eat jelly beans because I need to get my root canal done soon. I don't know if it's on both teeth, both sides, both parts. I don't know how to call that, but I need to get it done soon. But it's not like impacting my health. Well, probably is, but not my teeth, like how I function. So like it doesn't hurt. So I'm like putting it off till I can get it done. Anyways, that's beside the point. So I asked him if he liked jelly beans, and he's like, yeah, sort of. So I was like, yes, I could give it to him because I know he likes sweets or sour things or like candy in general because he has a freaking 2 drawers full of candy. So like, yeah, I kind of picked up the hint that he liked candy. Yeah, I asked him if he liked jelly beans, and he was like, sure. And then I have a jar full of jelly beans at home, so I filled up two like little small Ziploc bags full of jelly beans, and then I kind of like had this idea to give him like a little puzzle thingy. I think he doesn't like puzzles, but who cares? So I gave him like I wrote him a little note. I was like, hey, happy Halloween, but I wrote that in 2 separate sticky notes. So I wrote like happy Halloween, and then on the second one, and then I wrote like one more, saying like, oh, you're pretty cool, so let's hang out sometime. I wrote my number on the back, cause like honestly, I don't know how to say that to him in person. Like it's so awkward. Like how do I say that? I don't know. Today he was saying, I don't know how, but he mentioned his dog. I like he was like, I wish I could go home, and or something like that, and then or something about going home. And he's like, man, I wish I were home right now. I wish I was home right now, which I freaking hate it because I hate. That's my like one of my like number one pet peeves is when people say grammatically when they say I wish I was instead of I wish I were. That like I hate that. I don't know. It bugs me so freaking much. But that's not the point. He was like, I wish I was home right now. Like, it even bugs me to say that. So he said that. And I was like, man, I wish I was home right now. I could be petting my dog. And then he was like, speaking of dogs, does anyone want, like, a dog? And, like, dad kind of wants a dog. And I was like, how big is it? Is it, like, small size, medium size? He's like, it's medium size, not like a chihuahua. So I was like, nah. I really want a dog, but, like, the size of my apartment does not allow it. He asked me, he was like, why don't you get a cat? And I was like, I get enough of that from my friends sending me cat pictures almost every day. And he was like, dude, if you had my number, I would be doing the same. And then so he mentioned that today. And then so I was like, maybe I should mention that, send me some cat pics, because, like, you know, like, slide in there. It's, like, subtle, you know. But then, like, I don't know. I'm, like, getting stressed out over that. Like, I remember last time he asked me to do something, and then it made me stay an hour later. And then so I was like, oh my god, dude. Like, I just kind of, like, jokingly played that, like, slid that onto his keyboard or something. I don't remember, but I stuck it on something. And then I come in later than he does. He comes in earlier, so I stuck it on his keyboard after I left. like, because I think I was the only one who, I was the last one like to leave actually, because it was a Friday and like and then something got stuck or whatever, so I had to wait for that, and then so yeah, I stuck it on his keyboard, and then the following Monday when I came to work, he stuck something on my keyboard, so I was like, oh, that's funny, like he gets my personality and I get hits. I'm like getting all worked up about like that, because I don't know, like on that previous like incident, I actually thought about like taking the post-it note off of his keyboard, because like I don't know if he's that kind of person, but like my gut feeling was like, no, just don't take it off, because he's just that type of person who, I don't know, because I had 2 bags of jelly beans. One's on his top drawer, one's on his medium drawer. But yeah, hopefully he sees that, because if he doesn't, that's gonna be freaking awkward. Like, because tomorrow my mindset would be like, he sees that, like, like he's gonna find it, like, 'cause I know his top drawer, he has his keys, he puts his keys in there, so I know he's gonna open that. But the second drawer, I have no idea when he's gonna open. So he might see it though, because like I put, like on the first note, I put happy ... to be continued. But yes, really, because I feel like he's just that kind of person who will go, really, like he would do that. Because today he asked a rhetorical question and I answered it, and he's like, did you just? And I was like, yeah, I did. And also, like, yesterday, I was, like, not like myself, because, like, the whole weekend I was stressed because, my coworker dumped the, okay, so me and my other coworker share this task of incoming wires, and my other coworker basically dumped the whole incoming wires process task onto me, who already has, like, two more tasks, to do during the day. Like, I don't just do incoming wires. Like, after incoming wires done, I do something else. So I do 2 other things. So like the fact that she just dumped it on me was kind of like, I don't really want to do this, but I'm a nice person, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just try it and see. If I don't like it, if I can't handle it, I'll just talk to my manager and see what he thinks. But on Monday, I was just not feeling myself at all, because I knew that I would have to do that. But fortunately, I don't have to do that for a week, so I could get some practice. Because on literally that Friday, she told me that I was doing it, so I was like she literally trained me on Friday, and then she was like, oh, you're gonna do it on Monday. So I had no experience like doing it. I just did it for like once, and then that's it. It's not hard, it's just a lot of steps and a lot of like cutting and pasting and whatnot. And so anyways, beside the point, I digress so freaking much. Anyways, so what I was trying to say was that, so basically that one coworker I've been mentioning, he like noticed that I wasn't on my like A game, I guess, on Monday or yesterday, and then because I am a lot, we talk a lot, like through Messenger and whatnot, and so he was like, "Are you okay? Like, you don't seem like yourself today." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of stressed and all, but it's okay. I'm okay though. Thanks for asking." So yeah, like we share a lot of things with each other that I don't think a lot of my coworkers would know about each other, because I don't know, we have an interesting relationship. We're kind of like friends who share stuff with each other, because I know certain things that he's told me, and he knows certain things that I've told him, so I don't know. I kind of like really would want to hang out with him sometime, and that's why I kind of slid him the note, because I don't really know how to say that to him, like face to face or whatnot, so I'm not really good at expressing my feelings, so and that's kind of why I was like so stressed this weekend, because I didn't really know what to do and whatnot, and I'm just like super stressed. And especially on Sunday, like Friday and Saturday, I hid my feelings, and then on Sunday I just was not myself at all, and my dad even noticed, and he was like, "What's going on?" And I had to tell him, and he was like, "It's okay, just try your best. If it doesn't work out, then just tell someone, because you're not gonna keep that, like, that's actually a really bad flaw that I have, like, just bottling up my feelings and not telling anyone about it. Like, I don't know why, but I just don't really want other people to worry about me, so I just kind of keep everything bottled up. And, like, I just don't like to put a burden on anyone else. That's kind of, like, a big flaw of mine as well. I kind of just don't really want other people to do my work, because I feel like it's gonna burden them, even though if they say they have nothing to do. Like, I just won't bother them with my work. Like, even though if I'm like busy, like so freaking busy, I won't really burden them too much because I just feel bad like throwing that onto them. So that's kind of why I really want to train my coworkers, but I don't want to burden them with too much work, if that even makes sense at all. I feel like I've talked too much in this video, and this is just like a dump of like all my feelings, but I feel like this is a good thing for me, just trying to like express my feelings in somewhat of a way other than like expressing it to no one. And I'm just like talking to myself. So it is currently 10:30 and I have lotion on my face that I have not rubbed, and I'm super tired. Today was a very interesting day, to say the least. Every day is a freaking interesting day because, you know, every day is a good day. And why does... Oh, it's a mirror, okay. So, yeah, that one coworker, right? So I left him a message yesterday, and I don't know if he saw it, but I know that he at least saw the first one, which was happy ... Because, like, I opened his first drawer, and the jelly beans were gone, and the note was still there. So I was like, oh, I kept my note. But, like, I didn't open the second drawer because, you know, I just so happened to, like, be going through some papers, and his desk is right next to the papers, so I just, like, opened his drawer, and, like, none of us locked our drawers except for, like, my one coworker. So, yeah. Anyways, that's that. And then today, he got, like, kind of mad at me or something. We're always, like, fighting, like, playfully fighting, not actually fighting. And then, I don't know how, but he got to saying this one, like, saying, like, I don't know how I could be so mad at so annoyed. I don't think I've ever gotten this annoyed at someone than I've gotten annoyed at you or something like that. And he said it in, like, his tone of voice is, like, yeah. Anyways, another thing, like, he just mentioned, like, he was getting blazed and he asked people if they wanted some. And then we're all like, no, we're good. And then my manager, like, just so happened to be there, and he asked, what if I were buying? Well, he said, what if I was buying, which is also, I freaking hate so much when people say if I was, or if I, you know, that. But I just hate that so much. Anyways, he said, but what if I were buying? And I was like, sure. And then he's like, oh, now it's changed. And then my manager asked, did you get Jenny a pizza? Yeah. And he was like, was I supposed to? And then the manager was like, yes. And then I was like, thanks. Or something. And he was like, you're killing me here. And then we were just like fighting on and off, like making like remarks back and forth. And then my manager was like, would you two just admit that you two are BFFs? And then he's like, oh, we already acknowledge that we are, or something like that. And that made me kind of feel like, oh, like a little special inside. Because I was like, in my mind, I think that he's my friend, but I don't know if he considers me as his friend because we fight a lot, like at work. Like not fight, but like fight, hate each other, fight, but like, you know, go back and forth a lot. And then so that made me kind of feel nice, but I was honestly kind of like bummed that he didn't have my, like, I don't know if he saw my number on the back of the post-it note, but I'm like crossing my fingers hoping he'll text me like this weekend or something, which I don't think he will, but getting my hopes up. Hopefully he will, but yeah, because I really want to kind of like hang out with him and see what he's like outside of work. Like, that'd be kind of nice, honestly. I have never hung out with any of my coworkers outside of work, honestly. I've never done that. Because I've been here for, like, a year, like, more than a year. Not a year and a half yet, but more than a year. But it'd be nice to kind of just, like, hang out with my coworkers just as normal people, not just see them as coworkers. That'd be kind of nice. But, yeah. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, yeah, that was, like, my little quick update, and yeah. Oh, and he, like, kind of, like, got mad at me because he was like, you and this other guy, because he also wanted a salad if you were buying, and he ordered the salad, and then he was like, you and him both are killing me here, and I was like, you're killing yourself here, we're not doing anything. It was an interesting day, and now I'm super tired, and I really want to go to bed, and it's only 10:30, and I usually go to bed at 11, so I'm super tired, and I'm gonna go to bed right now, but I'm probably not. I'm just gonna probably go on my iPod for like half an hour and then go to bed. Oh, and also, like, a quick update. I'm actually gonna start vlogging again. Okay, so this is my old phone that I use. My new phone doesn't record video. Well, it does record video. It just can't record video with sound. Like, if it's facing me, it can't do that. Because the selfie camera doesn't work. Oh, the camera, I don't know. It's like a software issue apparently people are having with the Google Pixel XL not having, like, having this weird static noise. But that's, like, a big problem. So I'm, like, kind of bummed that my camera can't really record video anymore. Because it was obviously a really good camera. It's, like, so clear. And this is, like, kind of washed out and whatnot. So I'm going to use this phone. But this phone has, like, a shitty, it has a really crappy battery life. So that's kind of why I got my new phone. But luckily they share the same charger. So I'm going to bring my charger to work tomorrow. And luckily I have, like, a power outlet in front of me. So I could just charge my phone there. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. I swear it takes like 5 minutes for me to set up this whole arrangement thing. I just set up the phone, so I am now setting up my iPod because I don't really like listening to the radio when I'm going home. I like to listen to my actual iPod, which also I happen to be listening to when in the afternoons during work. Because it just calms me down, because on the afternoons I'm usually busier. And I have a lot of stuff I need to say that I have not said because I just haven't had the time. Well, there we go. Sorry, that is not very well. Oh, wait, where's my actual phone? Hold up. Oh, my actual phone. Okay, let me text my dad to say I'm coming home. So me and my coworker got up around the same time, but then I kind of went to the restroom before I left. So then he was like, "Oh, I saw you across the street." I was like, "Yeah, I saw you too." That was funny. But also, if you could see that, it says account required. Okay, so I use my UCR account for like everything, like photos and emails and everything. I still use it. Like I'm not just not using it because I'm not a UCR student anymore. I still use it. It thinks that I'm locked out of, because I keep logging into my account every week because it locks me out. And then I'm like, what the hell is going on? And apparently they think it's phishing because I'm the one logging in every other week. So that's me. And let me just tell my dad I'm coming home. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to Pavilions and tell him that because I want to go to Pavilions and see what the hell they have. Speaking of, I want to see what they have at Pavilions because they have like $5 Fridays. So I'm gonna go to Pavilions and then text my dad. Because if I do that right now, I'm going to. Yeah. Also, there's like no one behind me. Like it's all empty almost. So like I can back out really easily. Okay. So what happened yesterday? So yesterday like something happened that I don't think my coworkers have experienced at all either. So the network, bruh, I'm trying to back out here and you're trying to do a U-turn. Why? There are spaces here if you want to go. Okay, anyways, yesterday the network connection was down, so there was no internet, so we couldn't get into any of our applications we needed to use. So all we could do was like manual paperwork, not paperwork. Like manual stuff. That's all we could do. And is this thing broken? Oh, it's not broken. And that's all we could do. So then when I came in at 8:30, my manager was like, "Guess what? There's no internet." And then I was like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, there's no internet. I'm like, what? There's no data on my phone? What are you talking about? In my mind, I was thinking, okay, let me log in, let me do all this stuff, do this, and this. And he was like, and then my coworker was like, the internet's down. So I was like, oh, internet's down. There's no connection. We can't do anything. Because like my coworker, who I keep mentioning, he was like, I did not have the windows open. Oh, okay. So he was like, oh, the internet's down, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was playing. I don't have any games on my phone, so I was playing the Chrome game, that, you know, the dinosaur jumping thingy. I was playing that, and then all of a sudden my coworker like kind of scares me a little bit, and I'm like, ah, and then she's like, are you playing games? I was like, yeah, I'm playing the Chrome game on the internet, on the game on Chrome. And then my other coworker, who I keep mentioning, he was like, oh, I forgot about that. I've been playing games on my phone all this time. And then so I'm like, oh, I don't have any games on my phone, so this is all I could do. Like, literally, that's true. The only form of entertainment I have is YouTube, and that costs data, so I don't want to waste my data. Yo, hurry up! Go! Okay. These people are walking, and I'm like, I'm trying not to drive too fast, because one, this, and oh my god, yo! And two, because I don't want to drive too fast for the rest of the way. So yeah, I have to figure out what's wrong with this thing, because it's not working the way I want it to. So then we waited till about 9 o'clock-ish, which my other coworker didn't come in yet, so I texted him that we were going to El Monte to do like this emergency testing, I don't know what the heck we were doing, but our manager just sent us to El Monte. And then that day also, that week actually, I had about 70 miles in my gas tank. I drive 60 miles a week to work. So I thought I'd be fine with 70 miles in my gas. And then on that day, it was also a Thursday, I only had 12 miles left after going to work. So I could only go back from work. I couldn't drive anywhere else. And then my coworker was asking me, who's driving? And I'm like, I can't drive because I don't have enough gas in my tank. So, and then I didn't know he had just filled his gas tank, because in the middle of him driving us there, he actually said, oh, I just filled up my gas, so I'm good. So, guess he's driving. And then he and I also like to bicker a lot, like joke a lot. We're kind of like BFFs. Oh yeah, the other day, I think on Wednesday or something, we were like bickering back and forth. And then my manager, I don't know when this was, but he said like, why don't you guys just admit that you're BFFs and get this over with? And he's like, oh, we long gone past that agreement, or something like that. And then that night, I was just thinking, I have literally every single one of my coworkers' phones that work with on our team, except his. I don't have his number. And I'm like, Loki, I really want him to have my number, because I gave him my number, but I didn't give it to him directly. It was like an indirect thing where I put a post-it note on something I gave him. Like, it was on the back of the post-it note, so I don't think he saw either. But I really want his number, and my manager said that we should all have each other's contact number in case one of us gets killed or something. Well, that's not gonna happen, but in case one of us gets into an accident or whatnot, we could text each other or something. Can you actually hear this music in the background? It's my iPod music that's playing. I don't know if you can hear it, but anyways, yeah, yesterday was a horrible day for all of us because the network was down, so we couldn't do anything. And then when we got to El Monte, we had to they had to set up they had computers, so they had to get us set up for the new computers, because the computers that they had a computer lab in there, but the computers that they had in there were not working and really slow, because only one out of the eventually 5 of us could log in. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Eventually 6 of us, but only one person could log in, which is the coworker who I keep mentioning. And then he kept complaining how it was so slow. And then they switched our PCs or something. They switched the monitors to PCs. I don't know what they did, but they switched it, and then we could log in. But then that wasted about 2 hours of back and forth, figuring out what the heck we were gonna do. We were there till about 1, so we got there at 11-ish. No, we got there at 9, and then we left at 1. So, and we also wasted about 1.5 hours trying to figure out how to do everything with one monitor, because we were used to double monitor. We used to 2 monitors, because we like just have it on like. What I do is I have something on display on this monitor, and then I use this monitor to cross-reference the stuff on monitor 1 with monitor 2. So I didn't really realize how much I relied on 2 monitors till I had 1 monitor to work with. Like I've done it before where someone was working on my computer and I had 1 monitor, but that was just like very temporary, like maybe 1 hour at most, like working on 1 monitor. And it not only slowed down our processes, but it also kind of like, kind of just, we weren't very productive, to say the least. Is this car? Yo! Okay, you know what? I don't know what the heck this car want to do, so it's also being very slow, so I don't want to like cut in front of it. And yesterday, also the same day, there was a problem with the internal system that we use, because our system is just great and lovely and just such a great system. And so like there was a problem with that caused me and the coworker who I keep mentioning to stay behind. Keep in mind, he comes in an hour before I do, so he got paid. He also left the same time I did, so he got paid like double overtime, almost, pretty much ish. He left at 6, almost 7. He comes in at 7:30, so he pretty much did get almost double overtime. Oh, he got 1.5 at least, so, because we're all hourly. Oh my gosh! Yo! Luckily there's no cars on the other side of the road. Today is not a good day for cars, man. Everyone wants to go out or go in. It caused an internal system break. So yeah, that caused like an hour. Holy crap! The light on the car behind me is like, oh my god. I can even see it in my rearview mirror, and I can see it in the camera. I literally look like a golden ball because of that. Like you could just probably see the reflection on my glasses, that's it. That caused like an hour of us figuring out what the hell to do. And not only that, it also caused my other coworker who comes in at 9:30, he left out about, I would say 8, because he texted me at 9 saying that I just saw your text. So, and then also we're obliged to take half an hour of lunch for us hourly employees. So I had to put at least half an hour of lunch. So I got all 3 of my coworkers, plus myself, all 2 of my coworkers, plus myself, because I didn't get the other one because I have no idea when he left. So, oh, I have to go in that lane. Shit! I have to go in that lane, but no one is letting me. I need to turn that way. But yeah, that was that. Yesterday was a very tiring day for both myself and my other coworker who I keep mentioning. And there's traffic congestion in front. I really need to go that way. Hopefully that car is letting me, because I need to turn it into Pavilion. Almost sounds like I listen to country radio because I always have country radio on in the mornings. It wasn't that bad, but on Monday, my coworker who gave me a bunch of stuff to do, she made me do, okay, so right now, my coworker and I are sharing the duty of incoming wires, and now she wants to give it all to me to do, starting on Monday. I don't know if I can handle that on Monday. And I was gonna tell my coworker, okay, you're not handling the incoming wires, I'm doing that part, but I need you to do 2 things for me, which is organize all the statements and write the number on these things, so it makes it easier for me. I mean, he already does that, but I'm matching the statements, I'm checking to see if there's, whatnot. I'm pretty much doing all the processes except for 2 things, which is sorting all the statements and writing the number on the incoming, because we are like 100% manual, so like we still do things with pen and paper. You know what I just realized? When I turn off the car, I forgot to pause my iPod, so it's been playing music all along. Because it still recognizes that there's something plugged in there, so I should have just plugged it out in the first place. Whatever. That's okay. Going back now. I spent less than $20. I'm so happy. But it's like I bought a bunch of frozen food and like banana chips and like, yeah, that's it. And a yogurt and a Kinder Joy because I could. I have 26 miles left on my thing. I'm gonna get gas tomorrow. I had 9 miles left when I came home yesterday. I had 12 miles going there, I had 9 miles left. Wait, that doesn't make, yeah. Oh, wait, what? No, I had 15 miles going there, I think. But, well, that makes sense. 15 miles, 6, like 9. I still remember math. I'm not crazy. I'm not that, I like saw this thing on Twitter a few weeks ago about using lines. By using lines to like do math, and I actually tried it, and it actually really works. They said it's like a Japanese method, how Japanese students learn, but I doubt it's like how Japanese students learn. I don't think it is. That's funny. There's a line in the song that goes, whoa, 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 and then just so happened there'd be a dog there and it barked. I thought that was kind of funny. Today it was kind of funny because me and my coworker, we like to bicker a lot. The coworker I keep mentioning. So my manager commented, I kind of like how the environment is in here, or something like that. He's just something along the lines of that, like how you two like are BFFs, or like kind of like make snarky remarks at each other or something like that, or like have fun. That's kind of nice. And then I was like, you should have seen me the first month I was here. I didn't even talk to anyone. And then he was like, you didn't even talk the first month I was here. And then in my mind I was like, that's because he wasn't here yet. And that's kind of true. When he wasn't here yet, when the coworker who I keep mentioning isn't here, can I just say his name? His name's Daniel. When Daniel wasn't here yet, I didn't like the person who was before Daniel. I don't know how, you know what I'm talking about, but the person who was there before, like, she was kind of quiet and she didn't really like talk much. So like, but the person who was before Daniel, she was okay. She was pretty okay. But the thing was, she kind of always messed up all the time. She made like errors and whatnot. So like, yeah. She was a cool person though. I really liked her. I wonder if I could find her on LinkedIn. She's really nice. Yeah, she was a nice little lady. But unfortunately, good things always come to an end. Hopefully Daniel won't, because he's very nice. Like, my first impression of him was he's really rude and whatnot, but once I got to know him, like once I got to work with him and whatnot, he's actually a pretty cool dude. Like, I feel like our personalities like kind of clash, but also like kind of are kind of like, it kind of goes well in hand almost. Because I have a very like reserved, like don't really like to talk to people kind of personality, but he has a very direct very direct personality, like says what the hell's on whatever's on his mind, and just and then I kind of almost like wanna, like when he gets like super agitated or annoyed at someone or something, like I try to calm him down, because he knows I'm the only one who will talk to him. Well, like on a daily basis. Sorry about the lighting. It's not very lighted here. But yeah. He knows that. I think he knows that I'm the only one who like legit cares about his work. Like, I'm not saying my coworkers don't care, but they don't care as much as I do. Like, you know what I mean, right? Like, there are some people who just like brush off things, but then I actually legit care about what he does, and like if he misses something, it's almost on me, because I feel like none of my other coworkers would care as much as I do, and I think my other coworker sees it in me as well. Like, he says that he like one time I was almost working as much as late as he was, and I come in an hour before he does. So he was like, I'm actually worried about you. Like, don't work that late. Like, you're very efficient. You're very productive and efficient, unlike me. But I mean, it's kind of true. He's productive, but he's not very efficient at things. I've been trying to get Daniel's number for the past few weeks, And like the first one, it was like a hint that I kind of wanted his number, but I didn't give him my number at all. The second one was like I gave him my number, but it was very indirect. So I don't know, I feel like I should give him my number because I really want to hang out with him outside of work, because he genuinely is a very nice person, and I just want to like talk to him, like hang out with him for a little bit, for a day. I feel like he's gonna be a good person to hang out with. Like, he almost reminds me of my friend from high school, like his personality, the way like we talk to each other. Like, cause I remember I had a friend, I still have a friend. He's my high school friend. I met him. I guess we knew each other in high school, because that's how you know people, from like school or work, or just like you know, whatever. Because I would always like talk to him. He would always talk to me, but like our conversations are so weird and so random that like I don't even know what they are. Like, we send emojis to each other all the time, emoticons to each other all the time, the Facebook things, the Facebook Messenger stickers all the time, and then that's literally our conversations. Like, we just send stickers to each other. And sometimes, very rarely, we will talk through like actual messages. But yeah, I'm gonna probably end this like here, because I feel like I've let out my emotions for the day, and I feel like there's nothing much for me to talk about. Okay, so I just realized this now. I'm wearing plaid, and so were my other coworker and my manager. And then it just so happened that my other coworker was not in the room, because there's only like 5 of us. My supervisor is working remote, and it just so happened there were just the 5 of us, just the 4 of us. And then he was, Daniel was mentioning something like, should we accept this, blah blah blah. And then he's like, and then a little bit later, my there's a shitload of things on me, so like I'm trying to coordinate everything. Okay, let me just try to say everything before I go over there, because the lighting over there is horrible. Anyways, so yeah, we're wearing plaid, and then my other coworker, Daniel, was like, "You guys didn't tell me it was plaid day," and we're like, "What? Oh, we're all wearing plaid. Hey!" He was like, "Why did you tell me?" And I was like, "Because you didn't wear plaid." And then in the end, I was like, "Because you suck," like jokingly. And then he was like, "Hey!" And then my manager was like, "Okay, you two."